everyone. I welcome you to Season 1, Episode 8 of The Tap Show, a program about wellness and success. I am your host, Kitira Adams, President of Haritech Global. We are still on the series titled, I Don't Want to Work Another Day. If you have not watched the other two parts, I encourage you to go onto our feed and watch it. It will bless you greatly. Today's topic, we will be focusing on how to refine the gift. I want you to think about this. When gold is extracted, it contains impurities. To obtain this pure gold, the gold must go through a process of refinement or a purification process, as we'll call it. It's the same way with us. We are full of potential, but to be able to tap into our potential, we must allow ourselves to go through the process of refinement. Through the refinement, you'll be able to operate more and more in your giftings. Now, I want to bring your mind to one important area. When operating in our giftings, we are not concerned about what we will gain in return, but rather what we will give. So if you find yourself more focused about the salary that you would get, the insurance or the pay time off, although these are very relevant reasons, we must ensure that the things that we do, what we give outweighs what we gain. All right. And so in today's topic, I want to bring your mind on processes that you can carry out in order to help you refine this gift that God has given you. A big issue that we have to address before we get into that is in the area of mixing our interest with our giftings. Many people maybe are led with their interest. Because they're interested in something, they make lifelong decisions on that. But guess what? Interests are temporary. If you notice, with the interest, they change as time goes by. So for example, for me, I used to love volleyball when I was in high school. I used to be interested in pharmacy when I was transitioning from high school to college. But with time, those interests have changed. I don't even remember the last time I played volleyball. So our interests and our hobbies change over time. So my question to you is, are there some interests that have changed over the years? And I want you to make sure that you write that down. Now, when it comes to the area of your giftings, that does not change. Rather, what we see is an improvement if we are ready to work on them. So for me, my grace gift is in the area of teaching and also encouragement. And that has not changed. As far as I can remember when I discovered this giftings, it has not changed. I have seen pieces and a lot of it showing up in areas or the things that I do. But my interest with time has changed. So for example, as I've mentioned before, I'm a chemistry professor. Now, my interest in chemistry could change and I could have interest in something else. But then the teaching aspect of it still holds true. So I can find myself, right, maybe getting more training in law and ended up teaching law, right? But the interest can change. And so we must realize that so that we do not make lifelong decisions based off of interest. Interest and hobbies are temporary. It does not stand the test of time. But the grace gift is permanent. And time again, this gift will not change. All right. So your job is to identify the gift. And as you've identified it, the next thing, or as you want to do continually, is to refine the gift. As you refine the gift, it would bring more value. And you are able to, anything you put out there, adds value. All right. So here are some ways to refine the gift. We're going to get right into it. Number one, contribute with your gifts. That's the only way you're going to get better at it. Ensure your gifts are displayed in anything that you do. Ensure it's displayed. The only way you can break out from one level to the other is to utilize the gift. Then what happens is that you become better. You're able to better your best. So wherever you feel like you're best at, right, at that level, you're able to now even be better than that best. That's number one. Number two, the second way to help you refine your gift is now to develop the hard skill sets that you need. Okay, so is there any knowledge that you need, any training that will better help you utilize your gift greatly, not minimally? You want to make sure that wherever you find yourself, you are able to display and operate in your gift greatly. So if you've identified your gift, now the direction that you go in terms of your training, the skill set that you need, for example, the degree that you need, the certification, the internship, all of that should align with the gifting. Should ensure that when you obtain those skill sets, you'll be able to operate in your gifting. The skills must give you the opportunity to show off your gifts. The big issue, and it's the sad truth, is that people go after the degrees rather than investing time to identify the gifts. I wish this was taught more in K through 12 education, where emphasis is placed on the individual discovering their gifts. Because once you discover your gifts, once you put in the time to seek the giftings that God has blessed you with, then everything you add to it, your hard skills, your training, in regards to your degree and even the interest starts to align. The power play here is when your skill set aligns with the direction of your gifts. Guess what? Creativity will be unleashed. You will realize that you'll be able to come up with novel ideas or things that it's not common out there, because your giftings is aligning with your interest and your training. So seek to identify the gift. I can't emphasize this enough. Make sure you watch the other parts of this series if you haven't done so. Okay, so go after the gift and do whatever it takes in terms of the training to ensure that that gift is expressed greatly. It must be expressed. Everything that you're doing have to have that element of that gift. All right. So my question to you is, what are some hard skills or trainings that you need that will sort of give you room for you to contribute your gift? Maybe you have to take that degree after all. Maybe you have to take that internship. Maybe you have to take this particular job so you can learn or better utilize your gift. These knowing your gift helps inform you on the skill set that you need. All right, that's number two. Number three, in addition to your hard skills that you need to develop, your soft or interpersonal skills are important. And I'll share with you some key ones. Now, when I talk about interpersonal skills, I am talking about traits that you need to develop to help you better relate with yourself and with others around you. So we're going to go through a few of them. All right. Number one, teamwork. Now, it's good to know about your gifts. It's good to be able to have the necessary hard skills and training and certifications and all that. But it's important to be able to relate your gift to others, because after all, it's about giving and pouring out that gift that brings the most fulfillment. So number one is teamwork. Build relationship. Work cooperatively with others. It is a skill that you must push or endeavor to learn. Number two, communication. How to verbally communicate, non-verbally, and also communicate in a written form. This helps bring clarity in transferring information that needs to be transferred. Number three, organizational skills. That has to do with your time management, right? And other things like that. It helps you make use of your time, your energy, your strength, and then mental capabilities. So these are some soft skills that you want to ensure that you are growing in. Also, you must be flexible, adaptability. You must be open to change, because as you're going on this journey, you would encounter new processes. You would encounter challenges and new challenges and different things that you have to be open and flexible to adapt. That way you can better gain out of that season at that time. All right. And then the last but not the least, again, these are some skills that we must push to grow in and learn, is the problem solving. Okay, this helps you to provide solution. Your gifting that you have is to provide solution, and so you must first of all ask yourself, or first of all analyze the situation. All right, now what are some things that you can implement, and then at the end you want to evaluate what it is that you've implemented. All of this helps you to build your problem solving skills, and that better helps you put your gift to work. These skills are focused on your connection with yourself and others. So again, once you put these 3 simple steps that I've shared with you, you realize that as you are going along the journey operating in your gifts, you will keep getting better and better and better and better at it. And the more and more you get better and better at it, the more and more you're able to give your best. All right. So in closing, one thing I want to share with you is don't allow any limitations to hold you back. Don't allow any limitation. Your gift has been given to you for a purpose. Your gift has been given to you to give out there. All right. And so anything is not a good excuse for you to miss out on displaying your gift. Rather, against all odds, go through the process of refinement. I've talked about discomfort, and you have to allow that moment of discomfort to be comfortable to you. All right. So your job is to what? Go through the process of refinement. Because of time, I am not able to share with you all the different steps on all the different steps to go through to go through the process of refinement. But I hope that this will get you on the track. Now, as I mentioned, there's so much to talk about, and I cannot talk about it all here. That is why I bring to you this special class that I facilitate, and it's about Take Advantage of Your Potential course. This is a blueprint to living a purposeful lifestyle. We talk about ways to discover these gifts and continually develop these gifts and operate or dominate in this gift. I encourage you to check it out. Go on you can click on the link in our bio. You can also go on the website www.haritechglobal.com and check out the more information about the program. I want to encourage each and every one of us to step up to the plate. You displaying and operating in your gifting is needed, is crucial. And to not work another day in your life, but to live out your purpose or live and operate in the purpose that God has given to you, you must ensure that you are working on identifying and operating in your gift. You have been entrusted with these abilities. Don't let it go to waste. Each and every one of us will account for the gift that we've been given. What have you done with your gift? What have you put in place to ensure that that gift is operating fully? It is up to you. All right. And so I hope this has been helpful. Put this to practice. Watch this thing over and over and over till watch these episodes over and over and over till you can, picture the next steps that you need to take. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm always here to be of assistance, and I'm happy and I'm happy to be going on this journey with each and every one of you. Thank you also for your feedback. It's been wonderful with the feedback you've been sharing about what you're learning and how you're implementing this series into your daily routine. All right. So thank you all so much for joining. I, as always, have a pleasure working with you. And remember, before we go, all right, one thing I want you to remember, that you have to keep unfolding, because there's more to you than meets the eye. You have been given all this time to master your craft, to operate in your gifting. And that brings out the creativity that is inside of you. So go out there and use every day creatively. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Meet us same time next week as we dive deeper in taking advantage of your potential. God bless you and have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.